the day that I've been waiting a very long time for. As you know, I am a massive football fan. I love the NFL. Not Roger Goodell, just the rest of the NFL. And today, we officially have football. It's a good day. It also means there are many good months ahead of us as this season begins. Kansas City is playing Baltimore right now. I have it on in the background. Hopefully it doesn't come across and we get a hit on it. But it is on the TV in the lounge where LL Cool Jimmy C, a.k.a. Jimmy Bean, a.k.a. Jimmy the Breaker, is jamming out to some Slipknot and watching the Chiefs play. I am expecting almost nobody to watch this video live. I am expecting a majority of this video to be on replay, and I'm okay with that. Hello, lady. Lady's joining me. Hey, listen, that's all we need. Right, lady? You and I. If nobody else comes, then I'm fine. Scoobs! Scuba's here. Scuba wasn't going to mention he was here until I said something to Lady, and then he's like, oh, voyeur. Scuba hates football, so of course he'll be here. He's not interested in those Chiefs or those Ravens. What happened? And it is a high-scoring game already, a slick 7-7. You watch the Kelsey Bros podcast? Yeah, they're entertaining, if anything. Very entertaining. I've had a long day today. So, today, we don't buy new cars. We buy used cars. And as I had mentioned before, we totaled our sedan. All we had was our SUV. And we had been in a rental for 2.5 weeks, which is fine because we're getting most of it reimbursed by the company. Listen, if I can give you guys any advice, pay the extra $7 to $10 to have the reimbursement on your policy. Rental cars are getting expensive, even for the cheap ones, and it's worth it. Even if you buy in on the lowest level of $20 back, that means you're only paying like $15 a day for a rental. I digress. So we settled on a 2017 Volkswagen Jetta that only had 71,000 miles on it. And here in California, that's nothing on a car. And I always, since I've always bought used cars, I always have a tendency to take them to a dealership that sells that particular vehicle. See, there you go, Scoops. And I pay whatever it is to have them run it through all of the tests. It absolutely, yes. Yep. I agree, lady. As somebody who was in insurance for 8 years, trust me, I know all the ins and outs. I know they lose money on that coverage, typically. What's going on, Don? So I took the car to Volkswagen today, and for 2.5 hours, they worked on the vehicle. They checked every aspect of it, and aside from needing some new spark plugs, which, not a big deal, and a front end alignment, the service guy comes out and goes, I can tell you that we just put your vehicle through our certified pre-owned inspection. And if you had an alignment and brand new spark plugs and a cabin filter, because he didn't like the cabin filter, he said we would certify this as a certified pre-owned Volkswagen. I can't ask for a better answer. He asked me how much we paid for it. I told him, he's like, it's a couple of grand high, not crazy, especially in the market right now. He's like, if you bought from us, we get you in something 2 years newer for that price. And I was like, no, you can't trust me. Just trust me, you can't. And he's like, that's fine. He goes, you got a great car. He's like, I can tell you right now, you have the 1.4 engine. It's the smaller engine. That engine will run forever. He goes, you can easily put 200,000 miles on that little engine, and you will just be doing basic maintenance. He goes, that is, the smaller the engine, the longer it tends to last, as long as you're not climbing mountains, which we're not. He says it's actually the bigger engines that tend to fail quicker. So I was like, hey, what up, T-Bone? Just talking about cars, talking about engines. Stuff that you wouldn't be interested in. Don, it's a 2017 Volkswagen Jetta. It's the TSI. It's not like it's base model. It's like a 1.4T. It's not big. But it's good gas mileage and it's gonna last forever. But the technician was like, he's like, we did everything. He goes, your battery's good. He goes, everything about this vehicle is great. He goes, you need nothing but spark plugs and a filter. They did a pressure test on the radiator and the coolants, everything. He's like, it's the equivalent of a certified pre-owned. Congratulations, you have a really nice car. So now that my mind is at ease, and we have a reliable car, thank you. That's the one that Mel is going to drive because she has the long commute now. The SUV is impractical for her to drive. Once we move, it'll switch. I will get the Jetta. She will get the X1. And we are pretty stoked. It has really bad bubbled tint. Whoever did the tint did a terrible job. We are going to get it tinted in California. It's not a luxury to have tint. Trevor will tell you have to have tint if you live in Florida, or Florida too. Oh, if you live in California, we had it in Florida, we had it in Texas. It's a necessity, and it's not just any tint. You pay the extra $50 for the 3M brand thermal. You have to have tint. It's a must. It's not for looks. You just gotta have it. And trust me, all tint is not created equal. 3M is still a very good brand for tint. There's a lot of places that don't use 3M. 3M has solar options, and the solar tint, while not as dark as your typical like limo tint, it blocks the more spectrum of rays and prevents your car from heating up. So we are probably going to opt for the less dark, even though it's a black Jetta. And I know Mrs. The Breaker, who's gangsta at heart, who already wants to throw rims on it, she's going to want it to be all black everything. I'm probably going to try to finesse her into choosing the solar tint. Yeah, where T-Bone is, it was 116 degrees. And it's going to get hotter tomorrow. Tomorrow, Death Valley is going to be, I think they said like 130 almost, like 129 tomorrow in Death Valley. It's going to be about 120 at Trevor's house. Now listen, we live on the coast. We are in a little town called Oxnard. And we are a very short drive to the beach. We have the Pacific cold air that comes up, the current. So normally it doesn't get above 80. It's usually about 77 to 79 in the summer where I live. We on the coast are going to hit 92 tomorrow. 92. That's about 15 degrees hotter than it usually is in August. And this is already September. Where we're moving to is going to be 107 tomorrow. Thankfully, we haven't moved there yet. So, we will be having planned rolling brownouts in our neighborhood. They've already told us. Be aware that everybody will have their AC on fleek, and they will be systematically shutting down different towns, streets, and blocks in rolling blackouts to help not overload the grid. So they sent out the little thing saying, "Hey, let us know if you have medical equipment. We're gonna be doing this." Don's like, "You can keep that heat out there. I'm done with summer." I mean, I'll take it over a Buffalo winter, bro. I will. I still, I'll still take. Listen, I'll even take like the buck 10 heat that we had in Texas when I was down there, followed by an ice storm 4 months later that crippled all of Houston. My Texans will remember that. It is. It's gonna. It's. I. Buffalo winter sucks. Tom's like, keep in mind where I work. I will take Buffalo Winter. That's right. We need Buffalo Winter so that so that he can stay employed. Now, as soon as he retires, which is in less than 10 years, as soon as he retires, you can stop buying winter vehicles because Don won't need it anymore. Oh, wait. We got to wait for it. Carlos. When Carlos retires, we can stop buying winter vehicles because the two most important people that work there don't need them anymore. Thanks, Ercot. Yeah, listen, man, I am. Every state has their issue. There's no state that doesn't have a problem. Every state seems to have something that you can be like, yeah, that's why I don't want to live there. Arizona, it's the dry heat. Yeah, I don't want to live there. California, it's the gas prices and the cost of living. I don't want to be there. It could be New York. It's like it snows terribly. I don't want to live there. Florida. Let's call a spade a spade. It's just it's full of Florida man. Florida man is everywhere in Florida. That's why I don't want to live there. I can say it. I lived there for 5 years. What's going on, Councilman Chef? Just talking about Texas. Montana. So I was like, yo, Montana would sound great. And then I realized the population of Montana is less than most mid-sized cities. So unless you already move there with a wife and family and friends, you're not going to find a wife or family or friends unless you drive 136 miles. I believe Montana per landmass is the least populated state in the United States, if I recall. I believe even Alaska has more of a population in that size of. Well, no, I think the sheer land size of Alaska. By the way, Alaska is a lot bigger than you guys think it is. These typical map that you see that you subscribe to is got a special name. It's actually not size accurate. Alaska is bigger than it looks on our maps. So I think it's like Alaska then Montana when it comes to population per square mile. Or it's one of the two. Just deal with it. I don't have statistics. I just have a shoddy memory. There will be blood. Hey, man, if you can get some people to buy it, sure. I have been pitching it for 3 weeks now. The only people besides you that were interested was Carlos, me, and Dangle. Dangle is probably watching sports right now with 6 or 7 parlays on the line. I say that out of love and truth. Um, I'm not a gambler. But I do take free credits from my brothers who love to gamble, both of them, all three of them. So anytime they have invites, I just crack open a new email and open up a new app, and I use my free credits. Bourbon said possibly Friday. Yeah, I expect it to go tomorrow. I'm not expecting us to breach 12 viewers today. There's 7 right now. I don't expect us to get more than 12 because of the game. And not only that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 7 humans and 1 bot. Because Twitch populates us with bots and they don't count them towards viewers. True story. What's going on, Prue? How are you doing? Prue listening to us in the background. We are background music for Prue. And that's okay. Today I was on Instagram. I was on Instagram because I called dibs on a painting by Babe Ross. Lurking on them 3 streams. Hey, get it, man. I'm mad at you. Nothing but love for you, brother. And we've been contacting through Instagram. And while I was waiting for her to respond from something, I actually was putting our stuff on, and I was kind of sorting through. And I follow a lot of comedians. Now, I'm not a fan of social media. I actually think social media is the beginning of the downfall of civilization, even though that's my entire job, and I'm sure Trevor just spit out his almond milk as I said that on camera. But I'm not, I make no bones about it. I'm not a fan of social media. I think a lot more bad comes out of social media than good. But I did find a really good life hack when it comes to social media. Now, you will notice I have a Facebook account. I don't go on it. I have it because I'm contractually obligated to have it by DCD Collects. I don't use it. Never use it. It automatically posts from my Instagram, so I don't have to actually log into anything. So if you put a friend request to me on Facebook, I'm never going to accept it. It's not because I hate you. It's because I don't go on it ever. I don't even remember the login that I used to get on there, and I won't put my thumbprint on there. But I digress. The hack that I use for Instagram and even Twitch is follow as many comedians and artists that you enjoy. That means me. And when you do that, the algorithm will pick that up. T-Bone's like, hey, I'm lactose intolerant. I am too, but I've just decided I'm going to suffer through it because I can't do almond milk. But hey, it's not for everyone, and that's fine. The less I drink, the more you get to. The algorithm will pick up the people that you're following and the videos that you watch. And you will suddenly see all of the politics, all of the BS, all of the drama flood away from your streams and your feeds, and you will start seeing comedy videos and fark jokes and poop jokes and scatological humor and my face. And you will open up your social media and not be angry. You'll actually be like, wow, hey, I like this social media. I'm not bombarded by ads of things I don't want or politics. I am bombarded by laughing and hysterics and ha-ha-ness, and art and beauty and photography. And suddenly you have a really fun and engaging stream to thumb through when you're bored instead of hot garbage. So that's my recommendation. Drop some of the political people you follow. Trust me, they'll be there when you need to read them every 4 years. And start following more artists. Start following more musicians. that you like. Start following more comedians that you like. And you will find a really happy feed for you to thumb through. I actually spent probably close to an hour on Instagram while I was at Volkswagen getting the testing done on the vehicle. Because there's only so many times you can watch the Volkswagen commercial. And I wasn't interested in seeing CNN on TV because, again, I just not want to watch on CNN. It's doom and gloom. All news is doom and gloom. Let's be real. So I actually found myself enjoying the moment on Instagram because there was just a flood of comedians. And I was just sitting there giggling to myself. Jimmy's asking me, what am I laughing at? It was a good time, right, Jim? Yep. He's like, uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. I share them. I do. I share. I like and share when I can. So there are a couple of people that I actually want to give a shout out to on our stream. Now this guy. I'm not getting paid. Nobody's getting paid for this. This gentleman is from Ireland. He is. Oh my God, stop. He is hilarious. His videos, he swears a lot because, well, he's Irish. Um, every single one of his videos that is him doing commentary and not music is one of the funniest videos you will watch ever. I can't show them because he does use the F word because, quite frankly, he's Irish, and that should be all I need to explain. I highly recommend watching all of his videos. I promise you, you will laugh and smile and feel good. The name is Garen Music. Sounds like an Irish thing to do, right, Money Mitch? Right? Yeah, I got it, Scoops. He is one of the people that I am following. He is absolutely hilarious. And all of his videos, every time there's a new one, I get excited. Our dear friend Be at Easel, who hangs out with us. What's up, Doug? Be at Easel is working on some paintings. Always good to see original art. Hey, there's Lady. Lady, I don't know if you want me showing yours, so I'm thumbing through yours right. Look, check it. I just hearted it, so you know I'm not lying. I mean, who doesn't want to watch Hugh Jackman and his roided out body? Get it. Our boy Sketch School doing some sketching. And Good Morning Football is a must. You have to follow Good Morning Football. If you don't, you don't love football. I gotta find this new one I started. It's this girl. She's a comedian. She has a severe neurological disease. She has a life expectancy of a few years, and she's handling it in stride by being a comedian. She's my newest one, and I gotta find her name. But she is great. 113 in Santa Rosa. Nope. I'm good. That's a big nope. That's a big nope. All right, I can't find her. But she's awesome. I'm trying to unfollow all the card people I have, all the sports breakers. Every time I find one pop up, I'm like, oh, I haven't unfollowed them yet.
A little bottle of water. A little bottle of water. A little bottle of water.
Thank you, Scoobs.
Welcome to my underground lair. You're just in time. Enjoy the share.
What up, Lee Cozy? 20 months for Lee Cozy. 20 months for Lee Cozy. He's like, I'm pushing this button as hard as I can. Hey, thank you for pushing it. I'm feeling you push the button as hard as you can. It hurts a little bit. I feel a bit of a pinch, Lee. It's a bit of a pinch. Lee Cozy, by the way, had not one, but two of his Mike Trout original pack pulled 1-of-1 original art pieces for Topps is now has been found and listed on eBay. He already told Doug. Now Doug's in the hot seat because one of them is really well priced. The other one is, I mean, it's Lee Cozy, so it's great. But one is, I think, better than the other. No offense, Lee. One I just think is better than the other. And the one that I think is better than the other happens to be the least expensive of them. So if you Google Lee Cozy and Mike Trout and Topps, you'll see. And now Doug is probably scrambling to hit the buy button now that I've let the cat out of the bag. Push it real good. But yes, his original art from the breaks has been found. One of them is dirt cheap comparably. It is true. That's why I'm saying that. And I listen, Lee, I love your work. I have a massive collection of your work. You know this. I think the one that's priced less, actually, in my opinion, is better than the one that's more. You just got a really good angle on him, and I really hundy. It's pretty cheap for a sketch card out of Topps that was pack pulled. It's one thing to have an artist proof, not that there's anything wrong with that. There's another thing to have it pack pulled. Now, I know there's no difference between the two as a collector, but as a former breaker, I can tell you they will always value the one that is pack more than an AP just because you are conditioned to believe that. They train you to believe that. They've ingrained that in you to believe that. And the breakers are going to believe that. So while it's not really true, that's what they're going to tell you to think. Sepulros agrees. They are very nice. Don't get me wrong. Neither of them I would kick out of my collection. I'm just saying I like one over the other. All right. Gotta get it situated here. There we go. My butt isn't sitting in the chair the same anymore now that my butt's gotten smaller. I am officially down 26 pounds. I am down to a svelte 222. Apparently, the highest they ever weighed me at my doctor was 248. So they, even though I've been weighing a little bit less lately, they're going with my highest weight. So now it's officially 26. My two Lee Star Wars pieces are finally on the wall. I think I hearted it. I don't remember if I hearted it. I was on Discord for an extended period of time today as well as we were doing the car. So I responded as much as I can. Now, both of those pieces of art are already gone. So you guys will be making those trades yourself. That's why I said, okay, bye. I confirmed it was real, but I have nothing to do with either of those. I do think the APs will start to be worth more now that they're listed with AP when graded and pedigreed. Now, that is a horse of a different color, Lee. Yes, graded and pedigreed is a completely different story. Absolutely be worth more. 100% correct. 100% correct. Pedigree by itself. I have a couple, not many. I have a couple of pedigreed cards from, I want to say it's SG. Trevor and Doug would know. Trevor, Doug, whoever answers first, is the best tobacco card grader? They use the black felt with the green label. It's like, I can't remember their name. It's not PSA. SGC, thank you. See, I knew Trevor would know. Trevor is the king of tobacco cards. There's nothing he doesn't know about tobacco cards. Legitimately, I cannot stress, Trevor's baseball cards knows a thing or two about baseball cards. Yes, I agree. SGC. Now that I'm doing comics, they're all confusing to me. SGC, they're gorgeous. They have a better look to them because they frame them in black felt. I don't believe I have any of my tobacco cards here. I believe all of those are at the house. But yeah, SGC, stunning cards. I have a couple of tobacco. I have a couple of tobacco cards that are from the Hull collection. The Hull collection, and actually Trevor, I believe it was Trevor, either Trevor or Doug, when I said it, they're like, oh, I already know who that is. There was a collector who was the preeminent boxing and fighting collector. The Hull collection was the largest collection of boxing, mostly because it's vintage, boxing and wrestling cards when it went to auction. It's not Brett or Bobby, no. The whole collection was just pugilists, fighters, wrestlers, and the like. And I was able to, it trickled down to me through eBay. After that collection was pieced out in, I want to say Heritage, a few of the pieces popped up on eBay many, many years later. Well, like 3 or 4 years later. And right before COVID, when cards were on their downswing a bit before the boom, I was able to pick up a lot of tobacco cards, graded. Granted, not, I think a 7 was the highest grade I got, which, by the way, 7 in a tobacco card? It's good. Most of them you're going to find are going to be like between 1 and 5 on the higher spectrum. I was able to snag a 7 for less than $100. True story. I kept the receipt because I know nobody would ever believe me. Most of the ones I got were like 1 5s, 2 5s, 2s, not super high. But when it comes to tobacco cards, that's what you can expect. Between the tobacco, the flaky edges, the surfaces that flake off, the edges that round, tobacco cards were not kept very well. So to get any grade that is above like a 1.5 is awesome. And I was able to start doing that. And I didn't know what it meant that it said the Hull collection on it. And I had to Google it, and then I Googled it and found out that this card was part of one of the largest collections. Well, I'm sorry, not one of it. It was the largest pugilist and combat sports collection on the planet at the time of its dissolution. Let's see. Oh my God. Huh, this is crazy. So I just Googled it real quick and it said the next great liquidation after Hull was the Dryers, who sold off their legendary stuff. But yes, Jeff Hull. Jeff Hull, it was massive, and it's kind of funny that the first thing that pops up also mentions you, Doug. But the Hulk collection was the big. He's like, I know, Adam. But yeah, that was the first thing that popped up when I put the Hulk collection on there. Golden had some of those pieces on there, and they all have the Hulk collection on there. That's exactly what mine has. So that is what a pedigree is. That means it is signified as being from a very specific source, and it is permanently emblazoned on there, so that you now can say you own part of a legendary collection. Yeah. Well, Sepulros, there comes a point where a collection can be so massive that it becomes completely unable to upkeep. Now, I wouldn't know, but the closest thing I can tell you is my sports card collection was somewhere around 15 to 20,000 cards at one point, ranging from the 50s to the early 2000s. And just moving every 6 to 24 months, I finally said I cannot have all of these cards moving from place to place for the rest of my life. And I went through and I just sorted out all of the junk, all of the trash, all of the stuff that I didn't need, trimmed it down to a few thousand cards, and got rid of it. Now take that example and put it on a million scale. When people have hundreds of thousands of collectibles, when people have, yeah, it's my phone. When people have these massive collections that are multiple buildings worth of stuff, eventually you have to let it go because it just becomes daunting to take care of. I have to keep my ringer on because my ringer tells me if somebody buys anything. So if my ringer's off, I would never know if you made a purchase. So you got to put up with the football things dinging me now. Thankfully, it only happens on Thursdays and select Fridays this year. Otherwise, you won't hear it dinging on Wednesdays. By the way, all I want out of this game is for Travis Kelce to catch a touchdown. Yeah, Lee has somebody trying to talk Lee's son down on the price of a Hulk card. And his argument is pretty bad. And we are all laughing at that man. All right. So, speaking of Lee Cozy, this has nothing to do with Lee Cozy. These are the spots that are ready for There Will Be Blood. Fun pop art is still behind me. Signed Sketched is halfway there. I feel like we are going to have to put a moratorium on this one. At some point, we're just going to have to tell everybody that some of the biggest hits are still in this run, and we're just going to absorb them back into the company and Nana Nana Boo Boo show you what you're missing. Because, yeah, the biggies are still in there, in my opinion. And Signed Sealed, which is right in front of me, right meow. Also, we haven't even scratched the surface of the SIGs in this series as well. That is where we are at. Those are literally the only three things I got to sell. 4 things, right? That's ours? Yeah, right. That's it. Everything else is gone. Everything else. There's something coming next week. I'm going to say it. That he's complaining that Lee draws too many cards. He does too many cards. I can get cozy cards for under 100. I keep thinking he should go buy one of those cards then. I agree. Tell him, all right, go buy one. There's a pretty sick Shrek one for $15. It's in color. I'm pretty sure I have it saved. I can't show you my watch list because I have some sneaky good things on my watch list. There it is. Oh, yeah. I know what you did last summer. I know what you did. It is serial numbered. It's 228 out of 338. There it is. Under $15. It's only $4 shipping, so for less than $20. Just saying. Again, I can't show you what's on my list because there's some honeypot items in here that I don't want anybody else to see. Hold on, let me see if I can. I might show you a couple. Hold on. All right, here's a good one from my list. This is a half, I guess it's a full splash page. It's a splash page and a half. It's Deadpool. First appearance of Massacre, the Mexican Deadpool with a machete. Who I was stunned we did not see. It's an original Koblish double page for only $900. That's when I got Foolish Money. I'm not gonna lie, I was eyeballing the Stan Lee signed first appearance of Claw. Although I think I can get a better price for that. Here's an original Swan page. Yeah, no joke. If you want to own a piece of original art with Superman in it, by the way, it actually, albeit a small Superman, it is Superman nonetheless. That's an original Swan for $1,000. Trust me, Google how much his artwork is that features Superman, and you're not getting it for $1,000. Yeah, this is Immonen and Rubinstein. It's the death of Bizarro. Honestly, that's a steal at $400. All right, Doug. Just saying, for Immonen and Rubinstein. I'm going to go fast over the ones I don't want you to see. There's an original Alex Ross. It's a sketch. It was actually used, by the way. They ended up printing this sketch. Oh, yeah, how about this? How about an original page from Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe? It's the pencils and the ink. $6.50. I like that price there too. No big deal. Just an original Jim Lee. So you can see there's definitely a pattern to what I'm looking at. So there is a peek into my my page. That's the stuff I look at. I didn't show you the goods. Oh, I forgot to buy this. Is this still available? Yeah. Here's an original piece from Battlestar Galactica. The recent Battlestar. I'm probably going to buy this when the stream is over. I'm not going to do it on stream because I don't want you to see my credit card information or my address. But I actually remember this scene, and you can definitely see this piece of paper in the scene where they clean out the locker. So this is an original prop from Battlestar Galactica. For $40, it's too good to pass up. So I will probably snag that right after the show's over. But that's the stuff I look at. Like these bottom ones are the ones that I really shouldn't show you. Yeah, that's a John Romita, Scott Hanna sketch cover. I'm going to say that again. It's a painted John Romita sketch cover. It's just stupid. It's stupid that an original painted Romita and Hanna is chilling for $1,000. I'm sure you can contact him and get $1,000 for it. I will almost guarantee if you message him, you can get it for 1,000. No big deal. Just a junior painting. These are all the ones I missed. I was really excited. I thought this was a page, but if I come to find out, it was part of a like a coloring book. So I was, even though it is a Stanton, and it's all of them, it was used for a coloring book as opposed to a actual comic. There's a 9-9 Bishop, Eastman, and 4 other signatures for Last Ronin for $300. That was one that if I had $300, I would not have paused. I would have hit buy it now so fast, I would have sprained my index finger. Hey man, I'll take a sponsorship. I wouldn't mind getting paid. No, it's sold. Trust me, I would have bought it. I was watching it, thinking, okay, next payday, I am in, and that was snatched pretty fast. That is a stupid low price, just a dumb low price. Not only is it a 9.9, it's 6 times signed, certified. for $300. I mean, we know it costs $100 basically to grade. And you know they pressed it if it was a 9.9. So, yep. There's more on my list that I'm just not showing you because they're less than $100 and it's stuff I'm going to buy. I already answered that. Yeah, everything else is good. All right, what's the score? Don says, I am collecting Tocchet, Reggett, Orpik, Bugner, Lalim, Shields, Lafferty, Bluger, Dumoulin. Bluger, Lafferty, Bluger, and Dumoulin are the only ones I currently collect. It's 13-7? Okay. 2 field goals, I assume. Sapporo's is like Steve Shields? Are you talking the Bob Bugner? The Boogeyman? I like Boogeyman. I like fighters. I played defense. I was not a dangler. I was a bruiser. I was also crazy enough to take pucks to the face. I like the fighter guys. Whenever ITG and Leaf would come out with fighting sets, I am in. I want a Rob. So when I was working at that other place, somebody was like, "Oh, I just picked up a Rob Ray fighting strap jersey cut that had blood on the strap," and I was like, "No way." He's like, "Yeah, $40." And then sure as a dog is hairy, he sends me the link, and there it was, a beautiful bloody fighting strap. The fight straps, by the way, are because of Rob Ray. What's up, dude? Put it down. It doesn't touch your knee. What's up? Can we go home? Yes. I just started working. Yeah, yes, I did. I started working 59 minutes and 26 seconds ago. We're going to go home in probably close to a half hour. Probably closer to 7:30 if we don't sell anything.
When is 7:30?
In a half hour. Honey, come here. Baby, your knee is fine. Your shorts don't touch your knee. You don't have to pull it up. It doesn't touch. Look, it doesn't touch. It doesn't touch your knee, honey. Honey, stop pulling them up.
I'm not pulling them up.
I know you're sensitive, honey. So Jimmy fell, and he skinned his knees. So he is limping, and he is pulling his shorts up, even though his shorts don't reach his knees. And the poor guy is just having a rough go of it. Jockstrap relic card. Hey man, I wouldn't be surprised. There is a guy that has most of the Bugner available that used to be in all of the forums. Rob Ray cheated? Listen. Yes, he did, and I'm okay with it because it's fighting. Don said, my wife found a Bob Bugner Cincinnati Cyclones card, which I thought I would never see. There's one Bob Bugner card I'm looking for. I can DM you a picture on Discord. I think you should DM everybody a picture on Discord, and I think everybody should be on the lookout for that card, Don. That's what I think you should do. Hey, Councilman says, I hope you get better.
Thank you, Councilman. I shall salute to you.
Okay. We cannot get him into a haircut earlier than Tuesday, so it is what it is. He only goes to one barber, and the barber's name is Ryan. Ryan is on vacation this week and next week until Tuesday. He gets back Monday, and he's working Tuesday. So Tuesday after school, Jimmy gets a haircut finally. He needs one. Lee, you should go back to growing your hair out again. I liked it when it was down to your shoulders. You were so distinguished in a hippie kind of way. Most of the fighters had their tricks back then. Tockett never strapped his elbow pads and used to sew his sleeves short so that they would come out easier in fights. Rob Ray would wear a jersey that was 3 sizes too big. And he would also make the sleeves bigger so that it would come off quicker. He also wore like the flimsiest shoulder pads, like the oldest ones that they had. He wouldn't get new ones. He wanted the old ones that would fall apart when you grabbed them. And he would like put 3 stitches in them so that they would stay together so that they'd be legal. Yeah, Rob Ray was just a mauler. That's what he did. I loved the fighters. I would always get upset when I would go see a fight and a hockey game would break out. And being a Sabres fan, we had a history of really good weasels. We had great fighters like Brad May and Rob Ray and Bob Bugner. We had instigators like Matt Barnaby, who, by the way, Matt Barnaby is a garbage human. But he was a good instigator. We had Patrick Coletta, a guy that I've drank numerous beers with. And yeah, we had our shares of tough guys. Buffalo, Philly, Boston, Toronto, all the Northeastern teams, Detroit. The Northeast had fighters. That's what we were good at. And Sapporo says, then you had the cheap shot artists like Steve Ott. Yeah.
When I don't have drums, here's what I do.
I know, baby. I know. And I love you. I just read an article the other day about how the Sabres never recovered from Miller getting run over by Lucic. No. Never did. That was one of the single dirtiest... No, that's an over-exaggeration. I'm not even going to speak with that type of over-exaggeration. It was up there. It was up there for cheap shots. I mean, it's no stick to the head. It's no behind the play. Technically, Miller was out of the crease, but it was an easily avoidable incident. But no, Buffalo never did recover from that. He had a major concussion, and he was never the same after that. Scoobs, that's pretty sick. Steve Avery is the king of cheap shots. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Good question, Scoobs. I'll have to Google it. Certified signature, about 700. Between 5 and 7. Todd Bertuzzi? Todd had his moments. Avery tried to kill people. Avery was the one that broke the stick over a guy's head. There's a difference between a cheap shot, a dirty play, and a clean hit. I am going to show you one of the greatest clean hits in the history of hockey. Don already knows what I'm going to pull up right now. I don't even have to tell him. Don knows it is literally called The Hit. And it is considered one of the greatest clean hits in all of hockey.
The players will pick.
I can play this because I am going to talk over top of it. This also has the legendary Rick Jeanneret, one of the greatest hockey announcers ever to call hockey. Fight me on it. It's true. This is considered one of the greatest, most brutal, clean hits in all of hockey.
And now the players will pick it up and bring it back. Oh, what a hit by Campbell! Holy mackerel! Campbell stepped into his check in the blue line. Now they're all chasing after Campbell. Brian Campbell leveled his check
R.J.
at the blue
Umberger
line.
Left the
Well,
universe.
that was Umberger. He had his head down big time, and Brian Campbell ran over him like a Greyhound
What
bus.
up, Limit Zero? He's like, this guy looked like me when I wake up from work. Yep.
And now the players will pick it up and bring it back. Oh, what a hit by Campbell! Holy mackerel! Campbell stepped in.
Scuba, Rick Jeanneret was one of the nicest human beings on the planet. Don Cherry was a scumbag. I will listen. Don Cherry can talk all he wants, wear his little suits. Don Cherry was a scumbag individual who was quite racist. And I can say that, and I don't care if the Cherry family comes after me, because it is in recordings, it is on tape. Don Cherry, not a good human being. Pound for pound, I'll take Rick Jeanneret as the greatest hockey announcer ever, as he brought a very specific soccer-style calling to hockey, which had never been done before. Oh, I thought he was dead. Sappouros, he's still alive? Carlos, Carlos, like one more time, baby. Hold on, I want to do the full breakdown.
You
one.
can
Give me a
sell
second.
this $5 spatula on Amazon.
I want to do the one that has the full.
Out of the goalpost. And now the players will pick it up and bring it back. Oh,
There's one that has. All right. Yeah, I thought he was dead.
it just dribbled out of the goalpost. And now the players will pick it up and bring it back. Oh, what a hit by Campbell! Holy mackerel! Campbell stepped his head down big time, and Brian Campbell ran over him like a Greyhound bus. Philadelphia blue line being assisted by the trainer, and the rest of the players are inside the circle to the left of Ryan Miller.
Now let's see if there's going to be a penalty against Philadelphia for initiating this scrum.
I don't believe that there was a call on the check by Brian Campbell. Chances the puck went wide on the corner, and Umberger took the pass right at the line and was dropped by Brian Campbell.
100% legal.
You know, you look to see if a player leaps at the opposition, and certainly didn't seem that Brian Campbell did that. He had one skate on the ice, and it was a solid hit by the Buffalo defenseman.
And R.J. Umberger is in some difficulty. He's being tended to on the ice right now, but he's in no shape to get up and skate off.
I could listen, man. Oh God. So, Rick Jeanneret, simply the greatest call. This was the famous Mayday call. We're going to do the top 10.
Looking for the pass and gets it. And again, look at the shot away. Now he scores! Holy mackerel, roll the highlight down. Maximum Vidagenov. What a move!
What up, Katie?
Now it comes to Smolik, makes the shot. On Thanksgiving, Richard Smolik with a wounded duck. Brown keeping it in. Got it in front. Score! Jason Woolley! Jason Woolley! The shot heard round the world. Here's McGillney trying to get free at center. McGillney in over the Montreal line into the backhand shot.
Oh, we got to hear top shot. Yeah, that was Quentin Malarchuk in Buffalo.
This guy is afraid to fly. He left a vapor trail. And slides in over the line. And cookie shot. Are you ready, Legion of Doom? Here come the Buffalo Sabres.
Fun fact, in the NHL, only 2 players have ever had their throat slit by a skate during a game. Both of those occurred in Buffalo. Both of those players lived because of the immediate attention they got. Clint Malarchuk was one of them, and I don't remember the name of the other guy. My brother was actually the security guard for the second guy when it happened. But yes, only twice in the history of the NHL has it happened on ice, and it was both in Buffalo.
And here comes Shields. Shields says, oh, no, you don't. I want to get a little piece of this action. And Shields wants snow. And here they go.
Richard Sedmick, that's right.
Shields, the linesman, trying to get them apart, and they want to go. Here they go. Shields firing punches and cards snow. They're having it right in front of the bench, and this crowd is going bananas. LaFontaine in over the line. LaFontaine takes a shot from the shot. Score! 'Tis the season. La 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 LaFontaine. Daw charging after it. Clear right out in front. Backhand by hand and he scores! Dave Cannon is mobbed by his Series is going back to where Jimmy Hoffa is. He's going in on goal.
Welcome to my underground lair. You're just in time. Enjoy the show.
I love that Dangle comes in at the one thing that everybody is waiting to hear. Yeah, so
I took
Mayday
two
was a big
things that I
one.
love, dancing and dogs, and I made them
Top
into
Shelf where Mama Hides the Cookies is what he was known for. So I'm going to play one of those for you real quick.
He's got a breakaway. Becca walking right in, score! Michael Becca, Top Shelf, where Mama hides the cookies.
That is classic Generette. Top Shelf where Mama hides the cookies. That is why that man was hands down the best at calling any hockey game. I had friends all over the U.S. that were hockey fans that said when they played Buffalo, they would tune into Buffalo's feed and stream because they wanted to hear Rick Generette call the game against their team. What up, Dangle? Oh, it's all good, man. We were just watching some hockey on football day. Call the cops. He robbed him blind. There are so many. There's literally a 20-minute reel of all the stuff that he has done. Listen to me. You don't have to like the Sabres to like Rick Generette. Absolute legend. That man will bring a smile to your face listening to him call hockey. He enjoyed, that is the definition of a man who loved his job and never worked a day in his life. Everybody. But yeah, it is good. Fa la 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 Fontaine was one of the best calls. The Mayday, the Top Shelf. There's so many good ones. Oh God, he just his the way he would personify the game was unbelievable. Dangle, we were just talking about There Will Be Blood. We were just talking about this right here. And we have a couple of options. Of those couple of options, if it sells out, great. If it doesn't, if it sells out 6, we may have a something up our sleeve to make it interesting. Anything that doesn't go gets absorbed into the company. Scuba, just look on eBay. Your answer is there. Not many on comic books, I can tell you that. I'd have to look up who Nate Wright is. I don't know who he is. I'd have to look that up. Ooh, excuse me. So we had a couple of ideas where basically, if we only do half of the break, then only half of the items would be available. One of them would be, you would just be choosing helmet, and then it would be up to you to choose which of the 2 helmets at the end, and the other helmet goes to us. So it behooves you to sell this out. or get it at least close to sold out, so that that doesn't become a reality. Because what if we get 2 good signed helmets, or 2 good signed footballs, or 2 good signed jerseys? That would put everything in a pickle. Now, we are going to do this tomorrow, not today. There is a very good chance I will grab one of the spots tomorrow for myself. And then everything else would be up to y'all. But yeah, that's where we're at. Wright was a cornerback that was covering Pearson on a Roger Staubach Hail Mary. Pearson fouled Wright, but no penalty was called. That's not nice. All right, everybody, last call. It's 20 after 7, so last call. Jimmy wants to go home. Well, Katie, I am live at the exact same time every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I know where I am at 6 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain. Yeah, that was a dig. You dig? How you feeling, by the way, Katie? I hope you're doing well. Tell your husband I said hello. Jimmy, is the Xbox off? Okay, good. Are you putting your shoes on? Are you excited? Oh, okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, really? That's weird. Sick as a dog, but faking it since I leave in 2 weeks for South Dakota. So you'll die when you get back. Well, don't die. That would be terrible. What's in South Dakota? Lee says, you can always hang out with us in San Diego. Oh, San Diego, which is Spanish for a whale's Vince. Vince, yes. TwitchCon. No, thank you. In all of Twitch, there's maybe only 20 people I would ever want to watch or see. So I wouldn't want to hang out with any of the other people there other than those 20. The 619 representing. There it is. I was just in San Diego for a con. It's a small one. It's called Comic-Con International. There is a bar we love, and we will be at most of the time when we aren't at the con. Well, there you go. It'll be the Katie Cozy meetup. I'm Ron Burgundy. Panelist, no booth. Rejected by TwitchCon for Artist Alley after I won the Inkpot Award. Well, I'm on Twitch. I can't say it. I won't say it. But I had something to say. Your leg is not gonna fall off, baby. I promise you.
I love each and every one of you and say, Emma, please take care of yourself,
Come here.
okay?
Come here, Dudu.
Limit 0.
Somebody that's fairly no kiss. There you go. Look good? Okay.
Go on.
AA at TC is always the same, 90% of the same. Yep. If it's not hot digital anime girls, it's not getting picked. Bingo, Katie. Bingo. Bingo. They don't want Lee Cozy. They want chibi art. They want anime art. And they want hot chicks. It's Twitch. It's not Comic-Con. Now, Comic-Con wants chibi art, anime art, and hot chicks. But they also want fine art by established artists that are renowned around the world. How many followers do you need to get the TwitchCon invite? I'm at 8. And I think 2 of them are my wife. Hey, everybody, follow Limit Zero. I don't know what the content is. Hopefully it's family friendly. But let's get that 8 to like 18. Hey, following's free. I gotta log into mine. I don't want to do it on Doug's.
We all have moments too important.
There we go. You have 12 followers now, Limit Zero. You have gained 50% more followers. You are now at 14. You are at 14 followers. I am live up 15 followers. Limit Zero. We have nearly doubled your followers. That DC bump. We need one more and we will have doubled your followers. One more follow for Limit Zero and officially they will be doubled up with the DC bump. Are you going to the partner party? I don't want to go alone. Ah, there you go. Limit Zero, we have officially doubled your viewership. You are now at 16 followers. My friend, you are on your way to grand things now. "17 followers. 17 followers. More than 100% boost now. There you go, homie. There you go. That's what we do. We spread the love. It's kind of our thing. It's kind of our deal. It's that positive karma. It's our brand, baby. Spread the love. Spread the love. I would love to go to San Diego and meet up with all of you. It's only like a 2.5 hour drive for me. But I'm going to be honest with you, Katie. If I went there and my wife found out you were there, I would no longer have a wife. If I go to Vegas, you happen to live there, it's different. But if I went to a city where you were going for fun, I would probably be looked at in some type of way. No, actually, my wife doesn't have an opinion of you personally. I don't know if you know this, Katie. I don't know if you know this, but and I gotta say this tastefully. How do I say this tastefully? Oh, I'm treading so many lines. Under standard. Oh, Katie. She is of ethnic background. She's Puerto Rican, from the island of Puerto Rico. She is very scary and jealous. And now that I'm losing weight, and like look at my boobs are bigger than my stomach is now, because I'm losing all of this weight. Now she's worried that I'm gonna go somewhere and just start slaying. Which I'm not. I'm 44. My slaying days are over. They were in my 20s and 30s when I was an actor. Back when I was an actor, a big fish in a small pond, that was different. But yeah, Katie's like, she ethnic background, bit scary, jealous. Yeah, that's all you need to say. So yeah, that's it. Listen, I can hang out with you in Vegas because you live there. But if I just have a destination like, I'm going to San Diego to meet up with Lee and Katie, it'd be like, why? Oh, because they're great. Why? How am I losing weight? I had to stop eating carbs basically forever. I'm tired of eggs and meat. Carlos is like, once a sailor, always a sailor. I'll come Wister speaking nothings. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Katie. She was raised ultra cult Christian. So she's not interested in the female form. I have deculted her. My family has deculted her. But she's not attracted to women in any way, shape, or form. And I'm probably got to stop talking because I'm probably talking too much about it right now. But yeah, you wouldn't, that's not like, no. She gets mad if I look at Sofia Vergara too hard on Modern Family. If I like a picture of Selma Hayek, I get in trouble. You will notice, bring cookies. Well, you don't need the Bible. We've gotten away from the Bible. But bring cookies, that will get her, because cookies. Chef's like, good choices. Shh, now. Yeah, Limit Zero. Listen, I'm not knocking organized religion. I'm not. I don't want to come across that way. But she was in that really deep. Oh, goodness gracious. Ladies and gentlemen. Babe Ross. Hello, babe. How are you doing? It is a raid. Folks, you know what we do when we get raided. The alarm sounds and we attack with love. Send those hearts. Give that love. Babe says, honk, honk, beep, beep. Coming through with some peeps. How y'all doing? I'm going to stop screaming now. Because I know if there's one thing I know about Babe Ross is that Rachel runs a stream that is calm. It is level. There's no screaming. There's no hysterical laughing. There's none of that. It is, it's very quiet. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, I am DC. I am also known as DC the Breaker. This is my sweet boy, Jimmy. He is 8. He hangs out with us. He is on the autism spectrum, so he is our favorite mascot. He comes out, helps out. Babe, I was in your, as you know, I was there earlier. Please tell us how the rest of your stream went. How did the leaf turn out? Go ahead, and if you have a link for me to share, pop it in that chat so I can show anybody that's watching that's not familiar with you exactly what you do and who you are. As a matter of fact, babe, I was just telling everybody that I recently called dibs and bought a piece from you. We were talking. It was cool. It went well. The leaf turned out pretty well. Finished not happy with what we got done, but hey, listen. Oh, you're happy with what you got done. Okay. Not finished, happy with what you got. Well, that's good. That's good. It's good. Listen, art, I can't do art. This is all I have is I can be like, oh, ladies and gentlemen, Babe Ross, the greatest artist you have ever seen, knocking it out of the park. That's my art. That's all I can do. I can't do anything else. What up, Cyber Techno? Oh, I talk about Babe a lot. Babe has the stream I wish I could do. I wish I could do art. I wish I could engage people the way she does. Babe Ross is one of my favorite streamers on this platform, and that is a fact. James, who do I watch when I'm home? Besides Uncle Lee, what other streamer am I always watching? Painting.
Well, let me guess. Babe Ross.
I'm watching Babe Ross.
And also I am.
Jimmy is an aspiring artist as well. He is learning. He loves his drawings. He gets inspired by all of you. He's like, oh no, you, yeah. All right, Papa, I'm gonna show this real quick. Oh yeah, I dig it, babe. Let's get in there. Let's take a good look at these strokes here. Oh, that's a nice leaf. Look at that leaf. Oh my goodness. Look at those strokes.
I'm gonna need to copy that.
Yeah, see, James, like, I need to copy that.
Hold on one moment.
Is that a photograph? No, that is Babe Ross's, well, it's a painting of a photograph. It is meant to present depth, which I gotta say, Babe has done spectacularly. She has given this two-dimensional surface the three-dimensional treatment. And this is going to be, she said this is going to be the tough part. She's got to really get in fine. So she's saving that for last. She also said this bottle cap is going to be done off stream because she doesn't want us to stare at her staring at a bottle cap. Now, as somebody who watches about 20 people on Twitch, Lee Cozy's like, I love Babe's stream. Absolutely. It is fantastic. You would just see the back of my head, she said. Hey, whoa. I would watch your stream just to see the consternation on your face. I love I thought this was toilet paper. I see it is a paper towel. For a minute there, I thought it was a teepee stash. Jimmy thinks that's funny. She worked on the stone last stream. Hey, listen, you gotta go. It's all good. It's all good. But yes, she actually has an original photograph here. She took assembled everything. The photograph was placed, and she is working on bringing this canvas to life in a crazy three-dimensional style. So Hey, she's like, sometimes you don't have time to get up and go. Listen, you can't see the chair I'm in. There may or may not be a hole cut in the bottom of it. I mean, I'm just saying, there may or may not be. The world may never know.
I got it.
You got it? All right, Jimmy's going to show his. Jimmy did a quick sketch. There is his leaf.
And I just made my little character. But as you can see, it's my little leaf, and the background is like a little...
Babe Russ thinks your art is great.
Now you know me. Now you know me. Thank you.
Look at those shadows. Yeah, man. See? All right, I'm gonna talk to everybody, so I'm gonna need some time, okay, Gritty? All right, bud. Now. So as I was mentioning before, we are DCD Collects. Here is what we do. We actually get in contact with artists. We work directly with the artists, and we get original art that we package together and do in a fun, random way. We will get anywhere between 10 and 20 pieces of art. We will add additional items from the pop culture, and we will put them into boxes. We will random the boxes so that nobody knows which one's which, and then we sell them and we surprise everybody with what we do. So a couple of examples of that are actually behind me. Now, we have sold out of most of our original art because, quite frankly, we are very reasonably priced people. We are trying to promote artists and not necessarily our pocketbook. So some of the things that you can do, Trevor has just posted the link. Kennedy 104 is like, dude has boss class facial hair. Kennedy, this mustache twirl, this is for you, friend. This is for you right there. That is yours. Here we go. Booyah. Nothing but love for you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I spend way too much time in the mirror. And it only works head on. It looks terrible from the side because, I'm working on getting rid of this. But this is this is how I cut it. Appreciate a good twirl. Babe, now, babe, if I do recall, it was what, Sepulros? Sepulros did request a DC stash on you once, and you did a very fine job of recreating my stash on your face. Wow, that is a sentence I never thought I would say out loud or have put together.
Here's my stack of
Un momento, por favor.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it was okay. That is right. It was Sepulros. So here is an
we're
example.
just done with phrasing, right? That's not a thing anymore.
It's we're not doing the phrasing. So here's an example of something that we do. Let me get the focus. Focus. Yeah, I'm a little ADHD. It's okay. Yeah, I'm delicious. You'll want to follow me. So we took an original Stan Lee pop, the bronze statue version, and we got the artist Kyle Roberts to do an original Stan Lee. Ooh, doesn't love a little Stan. How about you take Captain and put a little Captain in you? This one is one of my personal favorites. This is one that we bought from his back stock because we do buy a lot of back stock from artists as well. There are artists will produce a lot of work and go to cons and hope that they sell out at cons. And unfortunately, as great of artists as they are, they may not be able to sell every piece. So we are more than happy to help get them some revenue in order to, continue buying supplies and continue working their craft. So what we do is we will buy back stock. Here's an example of one of the back stock pieces we bought. I have no idea how this didn't sell the first time. This is gorgeous. That perspective is unbelievable. But that is an awesome little Galactus. And we are very happy that that was left over and able for us to pick up. That is a little product we call Fun Pop Art. Now, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I am going to pull up our website real quick because I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you. I'd like you to see exactly what you can find and examples of us working with artists. This little thing is called Signed, Sketched, and Delivered. Now, the art is all in packages, so I can't whip it out for you on camera. It is sealed. But examples are Fabrice Sapolsky, the co-creator of Spider-Man Noir, did a cover of Batman. Each one of these is an original Remark sketch cover, or both, paired with another comic and packaged together. That's Ben Bishop, one of the creators of Last Ronin from TMNT. This is a Gus Mauk signed Armageddon game. So you are going to get original sketch art like Mark Teixeira, legendary comic book artist. You are going to get signed books. Roy Thomas. This is Zio Lee. This is a sketch cover. This is actually not printed. Zio specializes in painting Marvel and DC characters in their pop form on comic books. So that is something Zio does. We love Zio. Yeah. This is also original art. This is this B? It is. This is a local artist. The Speed Racer SIG is pretty hot, a little biased. Yeah, that is the Speed Racer. That was the autograph of the original voice actor. She signed that. So this is Bobby Breed and his Thor. This one, I think, do we have it on the second page? We don't. Gus Mauk. Who doesn't love a little Destro? So in addition, we also will work with artists. We will do limited prints as well. Like Kai Lun-Ku. This is one of his masterpieces. He's called it his Space Mona Lisa. The name of this painting is The Last Stand. We were the exclusive original prints of this. All right, babe, we are not going to be too much longer. We are actually, it's a school night, so I do got to get Jimmy back home. But this is, oh no, thank you. I appreciate you for the raid. And you know, I'll always be finding you and watching. This is an original Lee Cozy. The original painting is actually in Scuba Vince's collection. But this is an Astro Boy. We actually managed to get the original voice actress who played Astro Boy to sign and remark a few of these. We had these flown to Japan so she could sign them for us. And she did a little remark as well. Yeah, I guess it did sound super creepy. I'll always find you and watch you. Well, I mean, listen, if you're on Twitch, the whole goal of being on Twitch is people finding you and watching you. All right, there's a little order in. One of the other things we do is we also do collectible cards for fun. If we can find little items that are inexpensive and fun and have cool factor. Katie, I'll do it. I am for hire. Hey, this voice works, baby. This voice works. We also love the cool factor. If things are just cool, we will buy them and bring them to the masses. Those completely sold out. They're gone. Never to be seen again, Sapporos. So this was 2023 Leaf Holiday Bonus Pack. This is for Carlos. Inside here, there's either an autograph, a one-of-one proof, or a printing plate. In this case, you have an Eli Holstein Leaf Exotic one-of-a-kind proof. So this was the original card printed so that the people that work at Leaf could review it and make sure that it was good enough to be greenlit. And this card was indeed greenlit. So you have the original production proof, the one-of-a-kind proof, now for your collection. So just something different, one of a kind. They're not necessarily original works of art, but they are works of art in their own right. There you go, Carlos. Any Bo Jackson stuff, it's, wrong button. It's actually really funny. I have something here I'm not allowed to show you. Yeah, I'm not allowed to show you that. Bo Jackson is one of my favorite all-round athletes on the planet as well. It's a true story. Yeah, it's exactly how I roll. I have something I can show you, but let me go get it. I do have an alter ego. His name is Dr. Spoiler. He looks like a human version of this Lego. And when Dr. Spoiler comes out, I am revealing the secrets of the company.
I did that.
You did make that. That's right, buddy. It's a very good job, too. Thank you. Is showing that a spoiler? No, because I don't think it's ever going to be for sale. I think that was for Doug's personal collection. I believe. That is right there. That emote is Dr. Spoiler. That is me in my top hat, cape, and monocle.
And mine is the Popcorn Kid.
And he's my sidekick, the Popcorn Kid.
Which I don't have popcorn, which I...
You have a giant bag of popcorn.
Hold on.
Oh, I dig it. Yeah, I love Bo. Put it on, show him. There's the Popcorn Kid.
I'm a little popcorn kid.
A little bottle of water, a little bottle of water, a little bottle of water.
I'm a little popcorn.
Thank you, Don. I needed that drink. We sold everything, Lee. I literally, look at behind me. It's the bear. We sold out of most of our stuff. I'm sorry you're rating me on a night where we're sold out of almost everything. Next week, listen, I will give you my final pitch. If you do tune in, we are available Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific. Next week, we are launching new original art projects. I believe it's the original art projects are next week. We have 5 projects right now that are being working on by different independent artists. And they are ranging from Lego-inspired art to video game-inspired art to other inspired pieces of art. You have the Tyson one as well. Small game room they go into. Dig it.
You needed a drink.
Jimmy dancing in the background while I drank. I love it.
I'm
The Mammoth, the Knight, and the Roman getting framed today. Our art is highly... As a matter of fact, I do have one piece of art I can show you from Lee Cozy, a nice oil painting. This little nugget right here was part of our history collection. What we did is we gave Lee Cozy a bunch of historical artifacts and asked him to paint an image that relates to those historic artifacts. We gave him a piece of stone from the quarry that Stonehenge came from, so he painted us Stonehenge. There it is in proper lighting. See the Druids? So that is an example of some of the art you will find here. And we have actually numerous artists of ours are in the chat right now. We also have a private Discord, and our Discord is only for people that have purchased something, which means no randoms bothering you. And you can trade your art. You can meet the artists that painted your work and chill and have an open, inclusive, and healthy atmosphere for all of your nerddom. So there's benefits. Yeah. Hello there, Mrs. The Breaker. We at no point today talked about you, so don't worry about it. It's okay, Limit Zero. We did double your followers today, so we do love you. Dang, imagine being a rando. Saporos, are you did we give you an invite? Oh, that's right, you are in there. Yeah. I think Saporos is the only rando allowed in there. It's because he's Saporos. We did. That's right. We did let you in there. Yeah, well, Katie's in there because Katie's one of our artists. Katie, didn't you just work on a project for us? I think we have something of yours that is arrived or arriving. Katie, for spoilers, Katie's actually in on a project that we're going to be doing soon. The video games, there it is. Sketch Ghoul is also, Sean MacArthur is in on that one as well. So yeah, we do got some good stuff coming. Oh, Cheery. Thank you, Cheery. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow. Follow. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Video games are your weakness. You might be... Listen, when I tell you what we did with this, you are gonna be happy. We have a couple of very special nuggets that you are gonna love. The giveaway is absolutely insane because every run we do, we pick out a piece and we give it away for free amongst the people who buy into the art. It's a fun way of giving back and having you something to look forward to every time we sell out. And listen, we sell out 97.5% of our products within the first 2 months. It's a pretty high turnover rate here. What did I do with this stuff? We got some goodies. We got some goodies. All right, folks, listen. Mrs. The Breaker, the Hoff finally has a home. Bill the Cat would have been awesome. The video games, sir, the video games. We contacted some of your favorite artists, both on Twitch and abroad. Some of them in Nevada, some of them in New Jersey, some of them in the great state of California, maybe Georgia, maybe one of the Carolinas. And we had them do some really good interpretations of famous video games. We may have some autographed items that you're going to want, but I don't have them in hand, so I can't spoil them for you. The Pong paddle. That would have been a good idea. All right, folks. I do have to cut this one short. It is 8 p.m. Pacific. I do have a minor with me that I need to get home so that he can go to school tomorrow. So I am going to cut this one a little bit short. But for those who have never got to see the end of the show, I'm going to tell you something that is 100% true. What I am about to say is something I mean from the bottom of my heart. And if you watch the last 5 minutes of every single stream I have ever done, you are going to see that I mean this, and I say it every time. And I want to say it to each and every one of you right now. And no, this is not lip service. This comes from my soul. Ladies and gentlemen, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for spending time watching our little stream. Thank you, Babe Ross, for raiding in and hanging out with us. Thank you, everybody who followed. Thank you, everybody who peeked at the website. Please take care of yourselves and each other so we can do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a little football themed, so if you're a fan of football and original signed football memorabilia, tomorrow this big box is full of signatures. You are going to love it. But take care. Be safe. We love you all. We will see you tomorrow. And good night, everybody.